Well, first and foremost, I owe my girlfriend an apology, and my son. In my last video, I said at first no one supported me. That wasn't true. Not 100%. The girlfriend and the little one, nothing but supportive. He always used to, like, go, "Wow, daddy bike," which I interpret to mean he supports. As for the missus, despite the fact that I'm risking my life every day by going on a bike when I could get killed and whatnot, she still supports me with it. She still knows it's my hobby, my thing that I do. You know, she's been 100% supportive from the beginning. She even pushed me to make the decision to go to this bike instead of getting a similar engine, but a Honda instead of a Kawasaki, because I've loved Kawasaki since the very beginning. I've always loved Kawasaki, the look, the feel, the sound. It's just, they're very nice. I've always liked them. And she said, "No, Dan, you've wanted one, don't get something you won't enjoy as much. You'll enjoy it, but I'd rather you got something you'll be happy with for longer." I'm like, "Thank you, baby." So thank you, Laura, thank you, Kieran. You guys, you're my world, and I love you to bits. Oh shit, it fucking ruins that moment, doesn't it? Come on, you shits. Me, that road is rough. That brings me on to my topic. Yes, I gave this some thought the other day. Oh, my hip. I got cramp just then. Oh, that stung. It's still stinging. Fuck. Yeah, topic is what drew you to biking? I mean, sure, we've all got stories and theories and whatnot about what drew us to biking. The fucking button won't press. There we go. Well, it's got to be said for me, to get bitches. Yeah, you know, I saw that women are drawn to bikes, and I thought, well, that's a brilliant idea, you know. Get me some pussy. That was completely vulgar, and I'm sorry. My attraction to bikes is the pleasure of it, the freedom it presents to you as a person. Just the filtering alone, you know, like everyone else is in traffic, but you're gliding through. Like it's not even really a bother to you, you're just like, whatever, I'm on my way. You know, that is what drew me to biking, is just the element of freedom to it. I mean, there are a lot of restrictions to it as well, but if you can learn to live with what restricts you on a bike, then you're made. I love it. I love biking. I hate the fact that sometimes I can't ride my bike because of the weather and whatnot. You know, I absolutely love it. And you know, it's the attraction of the machines. They're so complex but so simple at the same time, and such a thrill seeker's way. You know, in a car, if you go around a corner too fast, you slide sideways, big fucking whoop. You might run wide, you might not run wide, you'll curb the car, you may hit a bush. Big fucking deal. It's a bit different if you get the back end out on a motorbike, especially when you don't know how to fucking do it, like me. The passion that runs through me with bikes. I'd like one of every type, you know, something for off-road, something for on-road, something for long drives, something short, something speedy, something not, you know, I'd love everything. It's just passion, you know. And I'd like to know, you guys, when did you first realise you wanted to be on bikes, and what drew you to it? Has there been anything specific, or is it just I like bikes, I'm going to do it? Because I'm very curious about that sort of thing, about what draws people to them. I mean, for me, it's everything about them. The freedom, the finesse, if you can use that word. You know, they're just amazing to look at as well, and to use. I mean, the fact that you can go round a corner at 40 mile an hour on your side and the bike will be glued to the road because of physics, and you're just like, wow, this is amazing what I'm able to do with this machine. Yeah, you can be out cornered by a car, but there is no comparison to the thrill you get from doing that kind of stuff on a motorbike. There really isn't. I've been in fast cars, I've been in, you know, all sorts of scenarios with fast cars, even slow cars that go quickly. You know, I've been in them scenarios, but for me, for thrill seeking, there is nothing more in my life that I need than this. It's just an amazing feeling on a bike. If you don't ride a bike, then obviously you don't know what I'm talking about, but if you do want to ride, I suggest you do it. In my previous video I say about naysayers and doubters and whatnot. Piss them all up the wall. It's my official opinion. I don't mind putting my middle finger up to someone's face and rubbing it to them and going, I'm going to do what I fucking want. I love it. And yeah, you may have falls, you may hurt yourself at times, and there's certainly bad days. Do not come into biking thinking it's all fucking roses, because roses aren't very nice anyway. They're thorns because they're shitheads. Sorry, that's a rant altogether. You know, biking isn't always sunny and good weather unless you're going to be a fair weather rider. A lot of the time it is miserable because you are riding a motorbike in a hailstorm or on snow because you've gone to work like a dipshit on your motorbike. Yes, I did that. I've also ridden through floodwater up ahead here on this bit of road up at the corner, and it was fucking deep. It went up to the bottom of my tank. I nearly drowned the engine, but I did it. And it's those experiences, they're only minor. The flooding incident lasts from here. I was going slow, admittedly, keeping the revs up, to here. The flood water was deep, the road had sank, and it was up to the tank. I rode through it with my feet on the tank. Amazing experience. It lasts less than a minute, but it is something I will always look back on and laugh my ass off, because I passed stranded cars like they weren't even there. And you know, you can't even begin to describe the feeling on a bike. Some may be able to put it to words, but I'm very limited on my vocabulary, so for me it's just fantastic. And the sound and the feeling, my god, makes me do a little sex wee in my shorts. If only the roads were better. That is the one hindrance of a bike, is the roads. They are shite. But for me, I've always loved the look of bikes, and I've always looked at them with such high hopes and dreams of maybe one day riding one. And I'll be honest, I'm not an intelligent person. I don't mind sharing that. I was in all the bottom groups in school because it was discovered that I had a borderline form of dyslexia. Now this is going out to all the people with dyslexia, but I was found to be borderline. Not quite thick enough for help, basically, but they dropped me into the lower groups so I could never achieve anything. Here's a bit of a lesson in education systems for you people. The Board of Education basically determined that anything below Group C, so if you're in D or E in school, the highest grade you can achieve on a test in GCSEs in 2005, when I did them, was a D. Oh no, was it C? C. Fucking on fire there. the highest grade you could achieve was a C, which I got 1 C, 6 D's and an E and an F. F was in religion because I wrote about aliens, but that's beside the point. Because they lowered me, I couldn't achieve any better. On my maths, I got 96, 97%. I got a D. On a 96 or 97%, I got a D. Because the school believed I wasn't bright enough to do anything with my life. So they fucking limited me. I tried it again in college. Now there was a whole fucking kettle of fish. The tutor was a shithead. So I didn't really achieve anything. But really, I'm not the brightest, and I never thought I'd ever make it to be a biker because I thought it was very technical and very complicated. But once you've been doing it for a couple of days, couple of weeks, you get it, the knack's there, you've got it, you're a rider, you're a biker. So yeah, tell me your reasons, your stories behind biking, because I would love to know them. I'd love to discuss it with you, where your interest started, how it's blossomed from there onwards. It's why we do it, people. Anyway, Brit Ninja 88 signing out.